Yes, everyone, welcome back to the Irish Hotspur, and in this video, we are going to be giving our reactions to our lovely channel creators' predictions ahead of our clash with West Ham. It's going to be a London derby. We're hosting them at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, so that does mean no bubble-blowing machine, so you don't have to be as worried about getting any soap in your eyes ahead of this clash, but do protect yourself. The Hammers, they do treat this as their cup final, so they will try to sneak in some type of bubble paraphernalia if they can. But everybody, if you can for us, do smash that like button, do get into the comments below, and do follow these our fellow channel creators channels, please, because it will be pinned in the comments down below, and show them some love. But let's go into it straight away with Holly from Holly's Hotspurs. Let's see what sort of prediction she can have ahead of this big London derby.
Hello, yes, it's me, Holly from Holly's Hotspurs. Thank you to Dave and Jack for asking me to give my match prediction for the West Ham game. Apologies, I've been slacking on this, but I'm back and I'm ready to give a score prediction where Tottenham win 3-1. We've got to beat West Ham, no ifs, no buts. I think obviously that second half performance against Brighton, as we have all seen, and said he's going to explode at the players, obviously since they're back from international break, is at home. We need a convincing win. Obviously, I've said that West Ham are going to score one, just because I think we're going to leak a goal somewhere. But I think we're going to come out all guns blazing and come away with a win for this one. I think Johnson's going to be on form again. Obviously, he was on form in international break. I know it was still a tap-in, but right place, right time. I think he's going to get on the score sheet again. Decky's going to get on the score sheet, and I think we're going to see Solanke as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. We've got to beat them. Obviously, this is their cup final day, as we always laugh and joke about each year. But we need to put our money where our mouth is and get that win, because we need it after last time. So yeah, come on, Spurs!
She's gone for a 3-1 win, Dave, and she says no buts, no ifs, no nuts, no bubble butts in the case of West Ham here. So 3-1 win has to be a win, she says.
No, we have to take full advantage of this. In London derbies under Postecoglou, we haven't really turned up, and we don't really have a great record. So, and I think they'd done us twice last year. We didn't get. I don't think we bet them last year. So we really have to set the standard around London, and we have to go and beat them. Jack, no excuses. She did mention about Postecoglou though ripping into the players. We're going to have a discussion about that on the pre-match build-up, because at Tottenham Hotspur, players haven't received that well in years gone by under previous managers. So we'll see how that goes. And lastly, she's a true Spurs fan. She only sends them in when we're losing. When we went on the winning run, we couldn't get a video. A true Spurs fan.
she wanted everyone else. She wanted everyone else to take the glory as we were winning. She's a very unselfish Spurs fan. Big up to Holly.
Big up, Holly.
Definitely no apology necessary. Thank you so much for even sending in the prediction. Thanks so much for getting involved and making these videos possible. But let's head on over to Spurs Kings TV. Marlon, see what he has to say. And sadly, everyone got the predictions wrong, so there's been no change to the league table. So we'll see how it changes after these predictions, Marlon.
Dave, Jack, hope you are well. It's Marlon from Spurs Kings TV, and it's West Ham. Time for the West Ham prediction. My local club where I grew up, so this is always means a lot more to me than others. Knew a lot of West Ham fans growing up. So, how do I think we will do? Now, for me, we are better than them as a starting 11, even though people say they got a better front three than us. They are a very good side, but they haven't started the season very well. So, how do I look at this? Do I go with what my gut feeling is, or do I go with what my head thinks? So my gut feeling is, I think this should be, it's at home, it's Ange, and I think we should take all 3 points. However, how I'm looking at it is in the results are mirroring last season. A lot of the results, apart from Leicester and Man United. West Ham, Man United. And we're 2 points better off for the Man United game, but we're 2 points worse off because we beat all the teams last year that have been promoted. So, because there is now a league table to this, there's a league table to this. So, I'm going to go against the grain, and I'm going to predict exactly what happened last season, and think it might be a 2-1 loss. And there's two reasons behind this. One, because of the results, and two, Newcastle, Arsenal, Brighton, now West Ham, international break. So, unfortunately, I'm going for a 2-1 loss. But, look, we shouldn't be losing this game. But come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Spurs.
Thank you. He's gone for a 2-1 defeat, Dave. Ouch. That's going to hurt if that's the case. I also felt like Marlon, I can't tell if he's more concerned about climbing up that league table that he's created amongst the channel creators, or if he's more considerate of us Spurs climbing the league table. He's a competitive man, Marlon. but he's gone for, I think, a 2-1 defeat for Spurs. That's a tough one to take and would be a tough one to take for Ange Postecoglou.
I think for Marlon, I think the table's got to his head, Jack. He's all over the place since he's created that league table. He doesn't know what to go with anymore. But for Marlon's sake, look, I experience here over in Ireland, up around a lot of Liverpool, Man United fans and stuff like that, that he gets to win. I know how uncomfortable it can be when you don't get the points or that you're expecting to get from these games, and how much grief comes your way for his sake. I hope we get the win, and hopefully if we do, we'll get a positive prediction next week.
All right, Marlon. Well, let's hope that you're wrong in this case. And please, everybody, do check out Spurs Kings TV. Show them some love, please, in the comments down below. That's where the channel links are posted. Let's keep this thing moving. We're heading on over to Harry Scarf, Scarfy Spurs Stock. Do check him out. See what he has to say.
Thank you to Dave and Jack, firstly, for letting me do this video. So we play West Ham this weekend after the international break. London derby to be back with as well at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Never easy when we play West Ham. I think we struggled against them generally in recent years, including under Ange Postecoglou. But David Moyes is gone. That kind of bogey team feeling might just drifted after West Ham's frustrating start to the season under Julian Locatelli. A very positive transfer window, but for yet to come together. Hopefully it doesn't in this game. The signs it did against Ipswich was not a lot to go off when you beat Ipswich at home, no disrespect. But obviously the lower end of the table, as we know, they've got a lot of attacking talent, so I have to be careful. It would be Kudus, Naketa, Bowen, Antonio, Fulcrook, whoever it may be. And they've actually got a solid defence, having introduced both Wan-Bissaka and Kilman to that back line, to Debo as well. So that, if West Ham get it right, they could cause us a problem. But there's no situation where we should think the game's done. Brighton proved that, so we've got to learn from that. We've got to be careful from set pieces, something I think we've improved on this season. I think that we have too much for them. I think we're a lot deeper into our project. I think West Ham have got teething problems at the moment, so I'm going for a 3-1 Spurs win. But big up to the channel, like and subscribe. Thank you very much for having me.
Please check out Scarfy Spurs Talk. He's gone for a 3-1 win. 3-1 is often a common one, it feels like, with Spurs and West Ham. I've heard that plenty of times when Spurs fans have gone up against this side that they're going for a 3-1 win, and I don't blame them. It's a much-needed win. And he's maybe banking on the fact that West Ham have not done so well so far this season and that we could just trample on over them. Anything to add to that, Dave?
First of all, great video by Harry. Very impressed. Everyone get over, check out the channel. But look, West Ham are going to be no mugs. They've got some very good players in there. Bowen's going to be a problem. Kudos is going to be a problem. Soucek from set pieces would be a huge problem. And, I know they're going to be buoyed after their 4-1 win against Ipswich heading into the international break. But, look, they're a team that very well could get it together. Just hopefully not this weekend, Jack.
Yeah. Definitely. Let's hope not. But let's keep this moving. Please check out Scarfy Spurs Talk. And then let's also head on over now to Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs, Kate, see what she has to say. Hopefully we're going for a win as well. Maybe another 3-1.
Good morning, Dave and Jack. It's Kate from The Perfect Match. Not Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs anymore, The Perfect Match. With my match prediction for West Ham and Tottenham. It's going to be a tough game. Obviously, we've got the home advantage, but we all know that this is West Ham's cup final. I hate losing to this team as much as I hate losing to the likes of Chelsea. They just seem to always up their game against us, so that's a concern. The international break came at a bad time. Obviously, confidence was low after that loss against Brighton. I'm actually going to go for a high-scoring 2-2 draw. I think our confidence has been shot a little bit. Like I say, the international break came at a really bad time for us. We'd gone on that winning run, and then that game just... I still haven't got over it, you want to know the truth. Yeah. So I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. Hope I'm wrong. Hope that Spurs win. Make sure everyone's liking and subscribing to the Irish Hotspur. And as always, come on, you Spurs!
Please show Kate some love to her channel. It's same channel, just sounds like she's gone through a name change, and I don't blame her. It feels good to, switch things up, freshen things up over on the channel. So please show her channel some new love. I'll have it pinned in the comments down below. But a 2-2 draw, Dave, I'm not sure if I could take that either. I need it to be a win personally, and I'm a little bit nervous, that some people have now gone for some defeat type predictions in the case of Marlon. And then also we've gotten now a draw from Kate. I'm getting a little nervous here.
Look, I think it shows how disencouraged the Spurs fans are and how disappointed we are after the defeat to Brighton. 2-0 up at half time. Yeah, we can sit here and say Tottenham are capable of it and we've seen it coming, but we were absolutely cruising, and to capitulate in that manner is very disappointing. And I like Kate, Jack. I haven't really been able to look at Spurs news, talk about Tottenham over the international break. I've just completely took my mind off it because, it really winds me up and it really hurts me. But we need a reaction. We have to be beating West Ham at home. If we want to be serious about going on to win trophies, if we want to be serious about even breaking back into the top four and looking to push on for a title push, in the next couple of years, we have to be beating teams like West Ham and setting the standards. And I want to see a reaction from that Brighton game.
All right. Dave wants to see a reaction. Sounds like Kate is a little fearful that we might not get the best type of reaction for this game, because I would like to see it win, but she's only hopeful that a draw could be the case. But everyone do check out her channel and show her some love. And now we're heading on over to Lee the Dorset Spur. Let's see what he has to say down south, hopefully fresh back from his travels.
Hello both. International football weekend is over, thank the Lord. I'm not a big fan of international football, got to be honest, so I'm so chuffed to see the Premier League back. We did need the break after that terrible loss against Brighton, but we are now back in another London derby against a great rival in West Ham United. Big cup final for them and increasingly becoming a big cup final for us. Really need a great result in this game. I do think this is going to be a tight game, but entertaining in the fact that I think there's going to be lots of goals. Can't see us keeping a clean sheet. As Dean said to me last night, it's going to be like an old people's home. No clean sheets in there. So for me, I'm going to go with a thrilling, exciting 3-2 win to the Spurs. Let's see what happens. Up the Spurs.
He's gone for a 3-2 win, Dave. No clean sheets, that's for sure, with that prediction. I don't even know how to respond to that. What that's saying. Might as well steal that. I'm not sure how often I will steal that. Feels like one you only will use sparingly. You might not want to use that all the time, but I absolutely love that phrase from Lee the Dorset Spur. A 3-2 win.
Yeah, look, I'm building up a book of analogies, and that's certainly one that's going down into that when we finish here. 3-2 win. I'm not sure my heart could take it, to be honest, Jack, but it would be nice just to get over the line. I do think, though, we need to show some resilience. We need to show that we can keep a clean sheet, keep West Ham's chances down to a minimal, defend their set pieces, but go and get a nice, comfortable win, because as soon as we lost, the same old questions of the manager started coming out again, and we really need to start putting in convincing performances against teams like West Ham, established Premier League teams, not just teams that have been promoted and stuff like that, to sort of kick on and get the fans behind them. So hopefully it starts against West Ham.
Let's hope it can pick up another big winning form, pick up some winning runs after this game here. But let's finish off with THFC Till I Die, the Dermatron.
Please cheer me up.
Pretty sure he's going to go bigger than 3-1 or 3-2. I'm curious how far he will go, though. Let's see what he has to say.
Hi guys, this is Dermot, aka Dermot from THFC Till I Die, home of Tottenham past, present and exciting future under Ange Postecoglou, and this is my match day prediction for Tottenham Hotspur against West Ham, Saturday, 12:30 kickoff. Look, we have to put the Brighton game behind us now. The players owe us a performance, owe us some payback for that second half performance, and where I think a lot of people have jumped on it was Ange this and Ange that. I think it was the players' faults. I think the responsibility lies at the players fully. They weren't winning their duels. They weren't winning their individual battles. And that was the problem. They went out with the attitude, 2-0 up, we've won this. And that's a dangerous precedent. That's a dangerous way to think, because you could be feeling with all the confidence in the world, we're going to win this game with 2-0 up. We don't have to try. And by God, you do have to try. You do have to win. You have to win every battle. It's a 90-plus minute game. And if you give any team in the Premier League a sniff of an opportunity, they will take it and they will ram it down your throat and they will beat you to the ground like anything. So the players need to give us a performance. It is West Ham. It's a London derby. And look, I want to beat West Ham. I do not like West Ham. don't think they should be in the Premier League. They should be in the Conference League. That's where they belong, with Arsenal as well. But I'm going for a 3-0 Tottenham win. Come on, you Spurs. A big Ange we trust.
3-0, Dave. There you have it. Send them back to the Conference League. Banish them to the depths of the Conference League. We don't want to see them in the Premier League anymore. Send them packing with their bubble blowers. But any final words on Dermotron's prediction there? A 3-0 win. And he said it's the players' fault, which I agree with.
Do you know what? Dermotron is the perfect potion when you're a bit down about Tottenham, and he always pulls out a classic line that cheers you up. So fair play to you on that one, Dermot. But I agree with him against Brighton. You know, there was a lot made about the high line, Postecoglou's tactics. For me, I think the only thing Postecoglou sort of takes blame from that game is maybe not realising the danger earlier and having too much trust in his players to sort things out. Apart from that third goal, you had 3 players trying to tackle 1 player before the ball even broke to light. You had Bentancur pulling out, and you had Romero and Porro not communicating. I'm sorry, Ange Postecoglou can't come outside his technical areas. He can't even be down that end of the pitch, but he can't be on the pitch, you know, putting these guys in, telling these guys where to be and putting them in positions, you know, to stop these counters. So I do think the players have to take a lot of blame, and like most people have said, hopefully we see a reaction. 3-0, probably a bit ambitious from Dermot, but let's wait and see, Jack.
Well, in Dermot's case, it's not too ambitious. It's almost conservative going for a 3-0 going into this game. But let's see how it changes on the pre-match build-up. Big up to THFC Till I Die. Please show his channel some love, and show all these creators' channels some love, please, in those comments down below. But we'll see you next time, everybody, and we'll see you for the match day festivities. Come on, you Spurs. In the big Ange we trust. Big game this weekend. Let's pop some bubbles. See you next time.